Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Terry from terryscraftroom.com. Well, today, what do we have for you today? Today, we're going to use the Adorable Owls, and they are adorable. They are a free with qualifying purchase in celebration set, and we're going to make this stamp set. And the only other stamp set we're using on this, the Happy Birthday, happens to come out of the Pansy Patch stamp set. Now, Sale A-Bration is in January and February, and anything in this catalog you get free with a qualifying purchase. So this stamp set here, Beautifully Happy, if you have a $100 US purchase, you get this free. And for every, it's incremental as well. So the owls happen to be a $50 purchase. And so if you purchase $50, you get the owls. If you purchase $100, you can get another, this Thanks a Bunch stamp set. So, and some of them are a $100 purchase, and some of them are a $50 purchase. So anyway, if you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like to purchase some items, I would love it if you would choose me as your demonstrator. But let's get started with this just absolutely adorable card, and then the inside is that. So what do we need? We're using Sweet Sorbet cardstock. And as always, if you miss any measurements, go on over to my website, terryscraftroom.com, and all the measurements and all the supplies will be there with a link to just add everything to your cart if you want to. Okay, so standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we need two, where are they here? There's the other one. Two pieces of basic white cardstock. These are 5 1/4 by 4. And one of them, you need to get your scoreboard out. I don't know, let's see here, where's my, that's not the one I want, that's not the one I want. There's got to be a scoring tool around here somewhere. Okay, so one of the pieces of basic white, you're going to score at 2 3/4, 2 7/8, and 3. And what that does is it gives you, we're going to use the raised side. See the 3 raised score lines? So we scored on this side, so we're going to turn it over and use this side. And that's going to be part of our decoration. Now, we're going to have our owl, and we're going to stamp our owl right above the 3 score lines. So I've got the score lines towards the bottom, so they're right here, so that he's sitting on the score lines. And then while we're stamping, I'm going to take the other piece of basic white, the one that we did not score, and let's get on the, and I'm just going to stamp in the lower left hand corner, just like that. Okay, and while we're stamping, let's stamp our Happy Birthday. Right in the middle here, and that is on the inside piece, so that's on the piece that's not scored. Okay, so there's our pieces, and then the only other stamping is out of the owl set. There is a stamp that says, "Hoot hoot, you're so cute." Well, we don't need the "you're so cute," we just need the "hoot hoot." So what I'm going to do is I've cut this scrap out, and I'm going to actually stamp the whole thing twice, just like that. Let's get the ink out of the way so I don't stick my sleeve in the ink. And then I'm going to cut that "You're So Cute" off. Just like that. And then I'm just going to even it up a little bit. And then cut my two in half. So I have 1 and 2, just like that. Okay, now we need to color these, and I'm not going to have you sit here and watch me color them, but I will show you the colors that I'm using. I'm using the natural skin tones. I'm using 300, 400, 700, and 1000, and then Daffodil Delight and Dark Flirty Flamingo. So the darkest one is 300, and that is the feet and the beaks. Okay, and then 400 is his outer, or the darker feather area, so to speak. Now if you don't have these, but you do have the cinnamon cider that we used to sell, that's a good substitute for these too. Dark and light cinnamon cider for this one and the next one I'm using. And then the 700 will go around his eyes and his belly. And this would be where you would put light cinnamon cider. And if you don't have the 300 for the feet and the beaks, dark soft suede would work. This is the 1000. You don't have this, light petal pink, and I just painted the inside of his ears. This is the Dark Flirty Flamingo, and we're just going to use that for his tie. And the Daffodil Delight for his eyes, the irises on his eyes. There. And so I'm not going to show you both of them, but that's, I colored both of them the same way. So here's the other one. Oops, I need to restamp the happy birthday on this one. There we go, both colored the same way. So what do we need here now? Let's put the blends away. We have our, now we can start putting things together. You need a strip of Designer Series paper, and this is the In Color Designer Series paper, and this is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. And we're going to put this down here in this section below the score lines, like that. Now we want to put our Hoot Hoot on, and these I'm going to pop up, and you can see where I used the other side. I didn't quite get it on there the way I liked the first time when I stamped this particular Hoot Hoot. What you need to know for this is there are always two sides to every piece of cardstock. So if you screw up the first side, there's always the second side. Okay. So we're just going to put those at an angle there. Now we're going to, so these pieces here was what was cut off the end of this piece. So this was a 6x6 piece of paper. I cut a strip that was 5 1/4 by 3/4. So this was 3/4 by 3/4. off the 6x6. So, and then I cut it in half diagonally. Okay, and then we're gonna just stick these up here in the corners like little photo protectors. And then we're just gonna glue this down onto our card base. Now you certainly could pop this and use dimensionals behind it. I just recently finished mailing, well, about a month ago I mailed all my Christmas cards, and I ended up having to spend extra postage for the Christmas cards because they were popped too much and wouldn't go through. And so I'm being a little conservative with dimensionals these days so that my cards will go through the mail without having to add extra postage. And then we're going to put this on the inside. This is a real quick, easy card. There we are. Oh, I forgot our little flowers. These are in the January through June mini catalog. They're the loose daisy embellishments. So these are not sticky on the back side, so you do need to use glue. And the best way I've found to pick them up is to use your take your pick tool. They are colored on both sides, so when you pick it up, it doesn't really matter which side you lay down. And just put them down on your project. And there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. If you have, give me a thumbs up, and please comment and let me know if you do like it. I do answer every comment that is put on each video, so I would love to hear from you. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye!